Have you seen Dollar Tree's new wallpaper designs? I had not seen it until my recent trip to Dollar Tree, and they are gorgeous. Love the way these have been updated, and we are going to start with one of these stacked pumpkins from Dollar Tree. These are very cute, but they're not my style. So we're just going to make them a little bit more my style, and we're just going to remove everything from it, including all of the glitter that it has on the surface. I'm going to use my electric sander because it goes a lot quicker, but of course, you can use your sanding block if you like. I'm going to use my new hand vacuum. I got to tell you, this thing is magical. I'm going to have it linked in the description box. It's so fun. All right, once smooth, or at least as smooth as possible, we're going to wipe it well. And we're going to bring in this fabric. These are fabric bundles that you can get at Dollar Tree. This one has a nice navy blue color. And we're going to Mod Podge it using my newer Mod Podge technique. Well, it's not mine technique, but I learned it recently and I've used it several times. While the Mod Podge layer is drying, we're going to take the fabric and we're just going to iron it just a little bit, removing some of those wrinkles, making sure it's going to be nice and flat. And once the Mod Podge is dry, we're going to cut off a piece of the fabric and we're going to iron it. We're just going to iron it using some parchment paper. Basically, you just want to place the fabric on top of the Mod Podged surface, the parchment paper, and then just iron it. I'm using my mini iron, but of course you can use a regular iron if you'd like. I'm going to use my X-Acto knife. I'm just going to cut off the excess fabric from the sides. Of course, be very careful, but the sharper the X-Acto knife, the better, because fabric cuts really well, but it does kind of pull the fabric. So if you have a nice sharp X-Acto knife, it helps. All right, so we're going to take this first wallpaper, and basically what you want to do is you want to cut a piece that will fit, and then I did curve one end, and this is what's going to go on the bottom of the pumpkin, just like that. You want to peel it off just like a sticker, attach it, and again, we're just going to cut off the excess. And I completely forgot to sand down these edges, but I love doing that. So if you've seen me do that before, I think it would really look good. All right, so that is attached. Now we're going to cover the top pumpkin. We're going to do the same thing we did earlier. Add Mod Podge, set it to the side, let it dry. And for this side, we're going to take this towel from Dollar Tree. It's just one of those towels that you can get in the automotive aisle. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut one end in a curved design. We are going to add parchment paper on top of the towel, and then we're going to iron it. I didn't know if it was going to work. The towel is thick. I was nervous, but it worked. I was so happy. All right. The little things that makes us happy, right? All right, so we're just going to, again, use the X-Acto knife to cut off the excess towel. And for the top stem, we're just going to cover it using nautical rope from Dollar Tree. Hot glue and secure in the back with tape as needed. And then just very patiently wrap it around, hot gluing between each row. That way it's going to attach to each other. And then all the way to get to the top and hide that end as best as you can. You can also make the stem a little larger, maybe using some aluminum foil. The possibilities are endless. We're going to take this harvest, a little galvanized word, and we're just going to place it right there at the bottom with hot glue. And one of these beautiful sunflowers from Dollar Tree, remove the stem and add it right there to the top. We're going to add a few more little picks to the bottom two pumpkins just to add more embellishments, color, and design. And we're going to add one simple leaf to the top just to keep it simple up there. We're going to add some jute string, securing it with glue as well as masking tape, cutting off the excess, and look how stunning this stacked pumpkin looks. I love the colors. Would you use blue? Let me know down in the comments. I don't know about you, but I am so over turning the light on in the middle of the night when I need to, and forget bulky night lights. I recently changed my outlets to Snap Power's guide lights, and let me tell you, they are a game changer. They have created outlet and light switch covers that not only look beautiful aesthetically, but they also provide a subtle, perfect lighting, what you need for walking or moving around or even going to the bathroom at night. They are great for hallways, bathrooms, kitchens, wherever you walk in, wherever you need that extra lighting at night. And you don't have to do a lot of work, my friends. I'm talking about no wires, no batteries, no electricians, installs in seconds, and energy efficient. My daughter loves it. She can just walk into the bathroom whenever she needs it. And here's such a cool part about this. You can actually manually dim the light, turn it off if you want to, and turn it back on whenever you're ready. And all you have to do, my friends, is when you're done watching, go check out the link in the description box. Use code 15DIY-PURPOSE. You are going to get 15% off your Snap Power Guide today. Take advantage of it. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we're going to take this wood round that came from I think it was like the Easter time. It is, because it has eggs. And I had it left over, and it has a nice truck. But we're going to remove parts of the top just to smooth out the surface. We just want to make it nice and smooth. I'm going to remove the beads temporarily. We're going to place them back on here in just a few. Once everything's smooth, sanded, and clean, we are going to cut off a piece of the wallpaper we're going to be using with this beautiful planked look. And then we are going to press it well, and then again use my X-Acto knife to cut off the excess wallpaper. And for this one, we did sand down. I did remember, yay, to sand down the edges because it makes it so much smoother, so much tighter to the edge. And it does not come off because it just makes it nice and smooth. So here I am sanding down in a downward motion. All right, so now we're going to take the beads and we're just going to remove them. And we're going to replace them with these larger ones. And then we're going to alternate different colors. We're going to do white and brown tone and then natural tone. I get these beads at the crafting aisle at Dollar Tree, and they're very nice to have on hand. I'm going to poke the hole through the wallpaper, and then we're going to thread the beads right through it. I'm going to take this foam pumpkin from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cut off about 2/3 of it. I ended up cutting a little bit more, so it's going to end up about being half. And I cut half of this foam pumpkin as well, and about 2/3 of this little baby one. Now we're going to take the larger foam pumpkin, and we are going to just paint them. I'm going to take this mossy green from Waverly and just give it 2 coats. On the medium-sized one, we are going to paint it white with the Waverly chalk paint in the white. And the small one, we are going to paint in the sandstone by Waverly. And I did 2 coats on all of them. Once dry, we are going to attach them kind of like a little bit towards the right side of the wood round. And we're going to stack them right on top of each other, just like that. The colors complement the wallpaper beautifully. We're going to add a larger stem that came from a larger pumpkin, and we're just going to place it on top. And I think it looks great. All right, we're going to add some embellishments, some leaves and some little berries and some greenery, just whatever you want. Just keep it sized appropriately for the pumpkin stack. And we're just going to keep adding until we like what we see. Now, I felt like something was missing on the left side, so we're just going to add a couple of leaves, just to add a little bit more texture and color, and a little orange berry. And I think it turned out so adorable. Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorites. I love the colors. Let me know what you think, though, down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we are going to begin using this scrap piece of wood. I believe this is a 2x6 I had in the garage, and we're just going to sand it smooth using my sanding block. And of course, we're going to wipe it really well. We're going to use power tools on this one, so I'm going to use my glove to protect my hands. I'm going to add a stem to what will look like a more modern pumpkin. So I'm going to drill a hole on the stem as well as the top of the wood piece, and we're going to use a skewer stick, hot gluing it inside the holes to secure it in place, just like that. All right, so now we're going to take this gorgeous wallpaper. Now let me know, be honest, is it not fall-like? I think I make it work. Well, let me know in the comments. Do you think this will look good as a fall pumpkin? All right. So now it's attached. We're going to use my electric sander to sand down the edges. This is going to cause it to be very distressed on the edges and make it very smooth. I'm going to give you a close-up right here. You can see all that distress, and it's nice and smooth on the edges. We're going to leave the sides in the natural wood tone. We're going to take this felt pad. We're going to cut it into 4 pieces and add them to the bottom. This is just going to allow the pumpkin to stand on any surface without scratching it. We're going to add some embellishments, some leafy greens and a sunflower, and just make it nice and festive. And I think this really brought everything together. I wanted to use colors in the greenery and the flowers that complement the pink. So I think I did a good job, but let me know what you think. Is this just way too modern for it to be fall themed? I would love to know your opinion, but I love the way it turned out. I think I would have added a larger, longer stem, but what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we're going to take this beaded little garland. I love that it comes already all set for us to craft with. You don't have to put it together. And for $1.25, I think it's worth it. We're going to use 3 different color paint, and we're going to paint the beads in an alternating just kind of pattern. We're going to do white and orange and blue, and then leave a bead in a natural wood tone. I'm going to be honest, leaving them on the thread was risky, but it worked out well. Some paint did get on the other ones. I tried to cover it up, and I think it did a good job. All right, put it to the side, let it dry. We're going to take a wood slice, and we're going to cover it with that same blue and white wallpaper from earlier. We're going to trace it, and we're going to cut it just a little smaller than what the tracing line was so that we can see that wood slice kind of edge on the sides. Once attached, I am going to use my electric sander and distress those edges just a little bit to make it nice and smooth and transition to the wood nicely. Look how gorgeous that looks. So smooth. We're going to whiten that hole that was already there through the wallpaper and thread some white jute string, and then we're going to attach it to the bottom right next to the tassel. And then we are going to just add a couple little embellishments. I'm going to add a leafy green right there. And then we're going to add some leaves and some flowers that are going to complement the orange tone on the beads. And I got to tell you, this is a simple and easy craft, but it will look gorgeous hanging on a doorknob or just hanging in a corner of a frame or just adding it to a console table. The possibilities are endless. The colors you can use are so fun, but let me know what you think of this one. If you enjoyed this video, I think you're going to really love this one. So check this one out next. Click on it, watch, have fun. And I want to thank Snap Power for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to check out the link in the description box. Have a blessed day. Bye.